And I want you to think about this. Technically, with Thalia's Lancers, we can find both halves of our combo. You could evolution to Thalia's Lancers. Thalia's Lancers can get Saheeli. Then you can Saheeli your Thalia's Lancers, get Oath of Nissa, and then Oath of Nissa can find Felidar Guardian to combo your opponent. Because we have... Ooh, Celestial Colonnade. This is good. This is interesting. This should be a matchup that feels like it might be hard. Hey, JW. What's the 12-month rep? I never know when my Amazon Fun Money expires. I was digging through mine in the settings. I think you can actually find it in the settings if you look. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. You know what? Maybe this means I should Fetch Shock here. I don't like using my health total too aggressively against Jeskai, but if they're blue-white, we're definitely going to be Fetch Shocking to keep basics in our deck for Path to Exile purposes. Their paths actually giving us lands is valuable in a matchup like this. Yeah, the new emote is great. My buddy did a good job on that. Basic is land. Okay. Okay, hey look, that's a combo piece. Play this one. Nope. For Temple Garden here, cast this Oath of Nissa. I'd be really tilted if we got Spell Pierce there, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Voice of Resurgence. Sounds like a great card. Hopefully our draw step or this second Oath of Nissa will be able to find us another land if we miss next turn. Yeah, we're trying a new variation tonight. You can check the Stream Decker. We're playing 4 copies of Felidar Guardian, so we're a little bit more all in on the combo than previous iterations have been. Still not 100% blue-white or Jeskai. I think Basic Island is more indicative of blue-white, but could still be Jeskai. Search. Spread them, sure. That's a touch awkward. That does mean if I want to do both of these, I need to hit a land. Perfect. Never didn't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and play... I'm going to lead on the Oath, actually. If we find Rallier, I might want to do that this turn because it ramps us. Found Renegade Rallier, so do I want to play Renegade Rallier this turn? Getting Voice out before they can Cryptic Command me feels appealing. Nah, I think I just want to Rallier this turn. Again, a Spreading Seas definitely screams blue-white, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a Stomping Ground here for now. It's weird that they spread my basic instead of my Temple Garden. Now this is going to grab... I think I just want to land here. My hand's pretty full of action, so land seems pretty appealing. Yeah, Thalia's Lancers gets Oath of Nissa too. Also legendary. They're probably going to Field of Ruin me. That's cute. Okay. Another reason to leave basics in our deck. Good call. Good call, chat. Look at that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means I can voice plus Saheeli next turn, which is nice. They'll fetch Plains, exile Spirit Guide, and cast Blood Moon. I'd concede and shut the stream off. And just be done. Be like, nope. Tap me out, coach. Seen enough. Okay, so we're not getting Cryptic Commanded. That's good for us. Can I combo them this turn? Yes, I believe is the answer. I believe the answer to my question is yes. So We go... Yeah, so if they don't have a path to exile, they're dead. I'm gonna play this Saheeli. I'm gonna crack this fetch. Go down to 10. God, that's so low. I'd be really sad when they path this, but I guess if they're pathing this, then that they're less likely to have a path for this next turn. Which is like valuable. Yeah, deal. Have that. I have a chance to stick this voice. So if they didn't have a path there, we'd have Eldritch Evolutioned the copied Rallier with the extra land it brought back into play, and then blinked the Saheeli, and the Saheeli would have comboed with the Felidar at that point. Worst case scenario here, they could like kill my voice plus slam into my Saheeli. So they have another path here. I assume this is coming at my Planeswalker. Yeah, I'll go ahead and block here. I think we actually have them beat through... No, that's not true. I think we might have them beat through a path because I had to block there. That's not true. I'm gonna go ahead and scry with this because I have to blink it anyways. Now they could have a path. 3 dark damage to Gideon. No. Don't have another path, and they're dead. Okay, sweet. Good use of your path to exile, killing my Renegade Rallier that was targeting. Bravo, control opponent. Bravo. Ralph Livy's. I don't know what Ralph Livy's loam deck looks like. This is probably a Rec Sage matchup, right? Is this a Unified Will matchup? This may or may not be a Unified Will matchup. This is probably a Birds Out matchup because they get caught up in Supreme Verdicts. Trim and Eldritch Evolution, call it a day. Probably fine. What do you feel about this? I guess Avalanche Riders isn't the worst. Cuts them off lands, kills Celestial Colonnade. Do we want that? Yeah, but I don't look at decklist while I'm streaming. You want to DM me on Twitch or Twitter and I'll check after I'm done streaming. I think this might be fine. I'm not a huge fan of Eldritch Evolution against their counterspell deck. Deck also is pretty removal heavy. I have no idea. Unlike a lot of Magic players, I'm willing to try things that I've said are terrible and then admit that I'm wrong. So on the surface, this looks like it's terrible. Like, this card's really unimpressive. So let's see if it enables enough extra free combo kills that it's worth playing. That's basically the question I want to answer. Yeah, definitely. They were 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, kind of screwed either way. I want this Riders. I think with the Slime, I'm going to keep the extra evolution. I feel like I don't want to trim too many evolutions when I'm this combo focused. I just want to like get to my combo as often as possible, as consistently as possible. And just doesn't do anything right. And it's got a basic in it, and I really don't want basics in my opener. Basic Plains, meet your friend Coiling Oracle. Coiling Oracle, Basic Plains. Would love to top a land. Probably getting Breeding Pool. I need blue, need second green. Hey, or what? Glad you're enjoying the YouTubes. Guess who's back? Back again. Hoagland's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Do do do. Who? We do have a lot of 2-drops that we want to resolve, so spell scenario is good against us, I agree. Coiling Oracle gives us more good things to blink with Felidar Guardian. Trigger. Oh baby. Oh, that's just so good it's unfair. That's unreasonable, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good card to Renegade Rallier. Maybe we should have more than 2 of this card in our deck. Sure. Oh no, my Coiling Oracle can't deal damage. You want to crack this fetch here? I think I want to crack this fetch here, because I'm just going to play this Felidar Guardian next turn anyways. I think that's supposed to be another green source. The green source. Guess who's back? Back again. Cat is back. Blink a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Blink, 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 blink. Trigger. Lotus Cobra. Created a monster, because nobody wants to see monster no more. They want Cobra. He's chop liver. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's an extra ramp creature, kinda. Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Do do do. Boo 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 do do. Do 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 do. Created a monster because nobody wants to see monster no more. They want shady. He's chop liver. They technically don't have cryptic command up, right? Because nice field of rune. Guess I'll lead on this. Guess who's cat? Cat again. Cat is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Why not play? Because Acidic Slime costs 5 mana. Twitch chat. Acidic Slime costs 5 mana. God bless Twitch chat. God bless their little hearts. They try their darndest, but they just don't know what magic cards do. Do do do. Hey 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 hey. Do do do. Hey 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 hey. And like this board like looks appealing to Supreme Verdict, right? But like this card drew a card, this card drew a card. It's like at the end of the day, how many of these cards drew cards? Most of them. So like you verdict me, it's like mostly a 1-for-1. So like this is gonna be a oh geez. Oh geez. Turn off auto yields. This is they gave me a landfall trigger with my Lotus Cobra. Then I get to play Sir Teaglesworth this turn too. To play Summoner's Pact. Yeah, you have a Logic Knot, opponent. I get it. I get it, opponent. You have a Logic Knot. It's unfortunate. I really wanted to evolve this into Thalia's Lancers. Tricky opponent. Doing it in response to my Lotus Cobra trigger. Oh man, you know what? I didn't even think about it. Teeg turns off Logic Knot too. This card's so good in this matchup, it's unreasonable. Like that's not even reasonable. Like I just have it in my head that Logic Knot costs blue, but Logic Knot definitely has an X in its mana cost. Like that's You are such a good advisor, Mr. Teeg. Just like, I should give you a raise, Mr. Teaglesworth. You are worth every single penny that we invest into your pension. Just too many advisors. Just don't even know what to do with myself. Would you like to use Lotus Cobra's ability? Yes. Make a red. Red again. Cycle this. Canopy. Do 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 do. Hey 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 do 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 do. Hey 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 hey. All right. This is my Felidar Guardian. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Mr. Teeg pities the fool. We are playing a Thalia's Lancers this evening. I wonder how many cards in their hand they can't cast right now. Hopefully a lot of them. Please play a Snapcaster Mage. Please play a Snapcaster Mage. That was the 2-land tap of a man who has a Snapcaster Mage. I believe the Twitch chat line here is, I don't understand. Why isn't he evoing for a Saheeli? I just don't get it. Does he not see it? Can he not evo for the Saheeli? Alright, I'm not going to attack Sir Teaglesworth in here because they tap their lands like they have a Snapcaster Mage, so I'm not, my Kithkin Advisor is worth far more than a Snapcaster Mage, so we're just not even gonna go there. Just attack your Gideon for 2. And again, like, if my opponent verdicts this board, we've technically traded 1 for 1. This drew a card, this drew a card, this drew a card, this drew a card. It's like kind of unreal. This card is great. I don't know about 4 Felidar Guardians, but Coiling Oracle is like, this is the best Snake Elf Druid I've ever played, and I don't think it's particularly close. I think I can objectively say this is the best Snake Elf Druid in Magic. Give him the D, huh? Alright, so if we hit a land, they're dead. Opponent is dead to a land because we evolve. They're dead to a land or they're dead to a Saheeli. Unless they get rid of my Felidar. They might get rid of my Felidar Guardians here. No, they're getting rid of Teeg so they can verdict me. Okay, so they're dead to land and they're dead to Saheeli. Dead to land, dead to Saheeli. Dealer's choice. Come on, come on. Come on, Moto, don't do me dirty. Does that do it? If this finds a fetch land, I could do it. Oh, wait. Kind of. This into... Use an Oath of Nissa to keep... This finds a fetch land, we're good. Found a fetch land. Any order. So now I get to do this. Get to go always yes. Hit okay. Make green mana. Make green mana. Evolve this into my Thalia's Lancers, because that's how we do. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna make this bigger so I don't misclick like we did earlier today. Get my Thalia's Lancers. Okay, what even money Thalia's Lancers can't get Planeswalkers on Magic Online? Like to use Thalia's Lancers ability. Oh, look at that. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Cat is back. Do do do. Hey 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 hey. Do do do. Hey 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 hey. Nobody wants to see Monster no more. They want Kitty. His chopped liver. Well, if you want Kitty, this is what I give you. Get Splinter Twinned. Man, I thought they banned Splinter Twin. It's a shame. Here I am twinning people. Twin Fraser done. Bum 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 bum. Everyone's having a good evening. A little giddy at Hoogle after dark. I was looking at this. I was thinking, you know what? Let's cat some people. Guess who's back? Cat is back. Hello, friend. Cat is back. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. I think Dwight just got triggered. Man, this hand is so close. This hand is so close. It's got 2 shots at a 3rd land. Got 2 shots at a 3rd land. What do we think? Lotus Cobra on top doesn't do it. We need a land. We need an actual factual land. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this, hoping that we're playing against another Celestial Colonnade and we just draw a land. Look, I'm gonna lay some wisdom on chat. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. It's just factually correct. It's just the cold hard facts. No fake news here. Michael Jacobson was playing this deck off very poorly on stream. And by that I mean he cut a bunch of cards. His actual gameplay was fine, but he cut a bunch of cards that were good for cards that were bad. But he suggested Azalea's Lancers and it sounded great. Actually, maybe it was someone in his Twitch chat. I don't know. This card getting Saheeli is kind of awesome. And by kind of awesome, I mean like passable. Stop it. We're gonna hit a land in our first 2 draw steps. We're gonna cast a Rallier. We're gonna put a land back into play. We're gonna cast another Rallier. We're gonna Felidar Guardian a Rallier. Guess who's back? Cat is back. Tell a friend. I think Phantasmal Image is pretty poopy. Did I play it in a league? Yeah, it kept feeling like it wasn't winning me games I wasn't winning without it. Oh, yeah. My body is ready to die to a... I mean, this hand's actually good against Thoughtseize, right? Why? I often look at the modern ban list and go, why? And this is one of the cards in the list that's just like, why is this card legal in the format? What value does it add to anyone that's trying to do anything remotely fair? And this is the part where someone in Twitch chat argues about Grixis Death Shadow being a fair Magic deck, and I time them out, and they get salty, but like, this is... I get it, okay? You think your 1-mana 10/10s are fair interactive Magic. It took my Eldritch Evolution. Okay, well that's phenomenal for me. My opponent does not understand what this game is about if they're taking that. Unless they're playing like... This is not what this game is about for those that... What you gain value. Just turn 2 Death Shadow. Sure, please miss a land drop. Tilt. Just turn 2 4/4. Why not? Why not? Why not? Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Do do do. Hey 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 hey. Do do do. Hey 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 hey. All right, so we're getting this back. Am I playing this Oath of Nissa is a real question. I feel like I am. I feel like I'm in the market for like a Voice of Resurgence. It probably finds another fetch land, worst case. Hey, Guayathin with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, if you enjoy my content here, subscription is the best way you can show that support, and your Amazon fund money is the same as a subscription. Always appreciated. Okay. Yeah, sure. Do do do. Be do do. Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? Guess who's cat? I ignored the cat because I want to kill you before you have 4 mana. Yep. Is this dead? Is that what's happening here? Like playing a fetch land and then Teamer Battle raging me next turn? Just good clean. I remember Back in my day, the Thoughtseize deck had to pay 2 mana for their threat, and it was only a 4/5. These newfangled kids and their 1 mana 7/7s? How is that fair? That's good, clean, fair magic right there. Good, clean, fair magic, the Gathering. Be-do-do. Do-do-do. 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 None of those colors are white. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this cat, and I'm going to hope my opponent doesn't have a Terminate or a fetch land plus a push. I'm going to blink this forest. I'm going to cast this Birds of Paradise, and then hopefully we'll kill them with Saheeli next turn, you know? Just, you know, hopes and dreams. We're living on hopes and dreams. No TBR, just like straight bricks. We're hoping for straight bricks. No, I guess Stubbs beats us too here. Watching YouTube for months, finally sent a link Prime to Twitch so I could sub. Thanks for all the content. Thank you. Look at that. Look at this fair interactive magic card. They're not a combo deck at all. It would be absurd to imply that my opponent who has just comboed kill me is a combo deck. I'll be quieter, wife. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, Hoagland's wife now. Do 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 do. I don't even know what I want to do here. I don't even know what I want to do. This isn't good. Need one more cut here before we get run over and die. I've come around to the realization. I think this is what makes me the most sad. Is that these decks, like these grindy, these creature combo decks with like these Voice of Resurgences and like cards like Renegade Rallier and things that like blink to draw cards, these decks used to have very reasonable Jund matchups, and like they're pretty bad against the Death Shadow deck because the Death Shadow deck is this Thoughtseize combo deck essentially. And Death Shadow need more Chupacabra. What list is best in my opinion? No educated or informed opinion here. Genuinely don't know. I don't have a modern tournament that I'm testing for, so I'm just like playing decks to play decks. If you came here to get to cheat, not do your homework, I'm not gonna do it for you. For all I know, this list is much worse than the Kiki Court variant. It could be much better. I have no idea if like playing 4 of this card is worthwhile or if it's actual dog poop. And like, could you imagine just like how different my opponent's draw would be if like they didn't have 2 free Street Wraiths to like play their thing on turn 2? Needs more Chupacabra. Oh, Chupacabra exists on Magic Online, doesn't it? I could have put a Chupacabra in here. I was like, we can't play those yet, but that's wrong. They started the pre-releases or whatever, the pre-releases. Or something stupid like that. I lose track of what they call things. But those cards exist on Magic Online currently. No, it started today, right? I'm pretty sure it started today. I could be incorrect. I'm pretty sure it started on the 10th. No, I don't think Jund or Abzan suddenly get better. I'm just saying this deck had a better matchup against Jund and Abzan because they weren't combo decks like Death Shadow is. It's not even the Thoughtseize that gets me. I don't mind losing my card. It's the 1 mana 10/10 that gets Teamer Battle Rage that follows up the Thoughtseizes. That's what gets me. Yeah, you just can't beat Teamer. I mean, even without the Teamer Battle Rage, just like this flurry of 1 mana 7/7s and 4/5s and 5/5s are just like, they're tough. They just like, they're much larger than all of your things. Like, Voice of Resurgence tokens could brawl with Tarmogoyfs. They can't brawl with 1 mana 8/8s. Wall of Shards is that crappy wall that gains them life, right? That doesn't seem particularly good. That doesn't sound like something I'm interested in playing. God, this card is so good when there's always a land stacked on top of my deck. Let me tell you what, chat. Yep. Yeah, it's like a split card. Exactly. Honestly, I think even with Thoughtseize being part of the consideration, I think it's Street Wraith is one of the cards that push over top. It adds this level of insane consistency to the Death Shadow deck too, right? Because they get to play 56 card deck with no punishment base, so they get to play 56 card deck as an upside. Like the fact their deck is 56 cards is a bonus to them. Chameleon Colossus. What are the odds they can never kill that? Probably high. Probably non-zero. Oh, they just gave me all this mana. Deal. I would not recommend putting 7 to 8 people in a hotel room. That sounds miserable. I'd recommend going on Hotwire and putting in the address and doing the random hot rate hotel, because they're usually good prices, but... Joke's on you, opponent. There aren't any good cards left in my hand. I mean, I think I just get to, like, make this Colossus an 8/8 and attack them twice, right? Pretty sure that's how this works. Have any red cards in my deck? Just Saheeli? Yeah. Alright, attack you for 11. Go. Maybe this is the answer. It seemed like 3 or 4 of this card. Mirroring Crusader is pretty good too. Maybe I should just like have one of these and have a Mirroring Crusader. If I just really want to beat Death Shadow with this deck, just play a few copies of this card that they'll just never beat. This card is the upside of not dying to Kozilek's return. Mirroring Crusader is the upside of getting to attack through Tarmogoyfs against other variants of Death Shadow, which is nice. I mean, to be fair, Dwight, every time Hotwire's I've ever gotten dicked on a Hotwire's like done me right, so can't really complain. Does die to Tarfire. Dies to Bolt too. Dies to Bolt and Tarfire. That's definitely true. Some of these decks do play some Bolt. Nah, I don't play in events that qualify me for the Pro Tour. I like money far too much to try and qualify for a Pro Tour. That sounds miserable. No, the difference, Burgle, is that they didn't double cycle Street Wraith, Thoughtseize me, and play a turn 2 Death Shadow. That's the difference. My draw was fucking irrelevant. Their draw was bad. I agree my draw was good that game, but their draw just, they literally didn't do anything and they died that game. They Thoughtseized a bird out of my hand and then they died. Yeah, I mean, this hand's great. Body is ready to lose. It doesn't have a Chupacabra in it, but you know, it'll do. Yeah, 2018 Jeff, he's much smarter than, God, I loved you birds. We had such big plans, you and I. They might take this voice and just push the bird. Rook XP with the $12 donation. Ruby Diamond Candelagro. Yeah, I can make sure that happens. I'll make sure that happens. I'll make sure that happens. Thank you very much for the donation. Do you think this is better position than Kiki Court? No, I think someone sent me money to play this one. I don't know how any of these decks are really positioned. I think you should just play the deck you like playing. I took my bird of paradise away. This is a good draw. This is a good card for them to not know about. Hopefully they play 2 Death Shadows out next turn. It'll be hot fire. The hottest of fire. Thank you for the donation again, Ricky XP. I will make sure next time we play some Hex, we will kick off with that. So here's the real question. Do I stick this now and expose it to Kolaghan's command, or do I stick it later and expose it to... I think I want to just play this voice. And then next turn I can play this plus crack it. German Space Ace understands. Look, honestly, if you're not playing one of the few best decks in Modern, you should just sleeve up whatever you feel like playing that's a reasonable collection of Magic cards. Like, if your goal is to actually win, you should register Death Shadow, Storm, or Tron lands. Or Affinity. Affinity's probably a fine choice too. If you're not registering one of those four decks, maybe Burn, like one of those spectrum of like known good Modern decks, just make sure you play something reasonable. Just play a reasonable collection of Magic the Gathering cards. That's all you need to do. All right, let's crack this now. I'm gonna get a Temple Garden here. I mean, like, Path to Exile is good in matchups like what I'm playing right now against Death Shadow, but it's atrocious in all of the matchups that aren't these Death Shadow matchups. So, like, I don't really think I want to put 4 Path to Exiles in my deck for Death Shadow, exactly. I don't think this deck is anywhere near popular enough to play something that narrow. I just don't think there is. I think Green-Black Tron is the best Tron deck. That might change with Blood Sun. Blood Sun might be a real Magic card, but until I've tested that, I would definitely say Green-Black Tron. Putting Inquisition here. Okay, that can't take Chameleon Colossus, so we got that going for us. Maybe this Colossus can steal the game. God bless us, everyone. Do. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Do. Hey. Do. Hey. Oh no. Oh no. What are the odds their last card is Temur Battle Rage? What are the odds their last card is Temur Battle Rage or Snapcaster Mage? There's actually a TBR in here. So, like, if they have a Snapcaster Mage too, also gonna die to that. There actually isn't a Reflector Mage in this build. So this is kind of an interesting question. Do I attack with this? Because if I attack with this, I die to Kolaghan's command as well. I think I'm just supposed to attack with this and just like hope they don't have it for a turn. Thoughts on Titan Shift. It is the most boring, dry deck I have ever played. I do not find it particularly interesting. I can use this Felidar Guardian to untap my Chameleon Colossus. I'm gonna hold this land for now. Yes, Blood Sun does turn. Just Google it. Or just Google it. Answer to your question is yes, but when in doubt, Google it. Don't ask in random Twitch streams. Do. Guess who's back? Cat is back. Cat is back. Cat is back. Hey. Can you believe I almost got this card before we started tonight? Man, that card's great. Let's talk about hoser cards. Drew the 4/4 with protection from your deck. Get that, opponent. Excellent. Yeah, I wish Teamer Shift was better too. I like that deck a lot. That's one of my favorite modern decks of all times. Zeramas! Twin is back. Thank you. I appreciate it. 16 months, it's a long time. Welcome back. You should just assume that it's 2018 and Google is going to be good at answering most of your questions. Titan Shift is a very good modern deck. Anyone that tells you Titan Shift isn't a good modern deck is ignorant of the results that it has. Titan Shift is also a very boring and dry modern deck to play. And that's a subjective opinion, but that's how I feel about it. What matchups is a Gearhulk coming for? The go wide matchups. Matchups like humans and merfolk and you haven't lived until you've watched your lantern player opponent reach across the table and read your Cataclysmic Gearhulk. That's what real clean living is about. And just reach across and they pick it up and they get really sad. Nothing makes me happier than cards that make lantern players sad. They're like my bread and butter. It's a real shame I gotta shuffle that one away, because I would like to draw Thalia's Lancers, I think. I have, actually. That was in my small box for a while. I have. Staticaster's definitely better, but that's definitely been on my list of shitty cord cards before. You know what my favorite is? Shuffling away a good card and then drawing another land. The good news is, when they play another Ancient Tomb and Thought-Knot Seer us next turn, we don't have any spells in our hand. So we have cleverly played around the turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer by not having any spells in our hand. It's just good deck building, really. This should have been a Misty Rainforest. I was clicking and just not paying attention. How goes it? We don't have any more spells, but the top of our deck is Hot Fire, so maybe we will get there. I think Lantern is one of the better decks in Modern, but no one wants to play it. But the PT is the type of event where people show up and play decks that they don't really like, so it would definitely, potentially happen there. Man. So I've crack a fetch here. Get this breeding pool. Go blue, dupe. Red, cast the Saheeli Rai. Do. Hey. You have Dismember? They kept kind of a slow hand, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see Dismember. If they go Dismember into Smasher, we're going to be pretty sad. Which member? This one right over here. Okay, so now I hope they play a Thought Knot Seer and then we untap and draw in Felidar Guardian. That would be how sweet justice works. Don't smusher me, bro. Don't walking ballista me for amounts that I don't want to talk about. Just play a matter reshaper and let me draw Felidar Guardian like the good lord intended. I have my Deceiver Exarch on the table. I'm just waiting for my Splinter Twin. Pitch Simian Spirit Guide, play fucking Reality Smasher. What great Magic the Gathering. Oh, right. Sorry, Splinter Twin. Sorry, Splinter Twin. It's a good draw. It's a good draw. I like that one. Thragtusk. So they're not playing Eldrazi-tron, they're playing some kind of weird Simian Spirit Guide deck. One is playing some monkey magic over there. Do 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 do. I told my opponent, your deck in fact has no Sultai cards in it. I have been lied to. I'm not going to run this block this turn, because if we find Felidar Guardian, I would like to blink my Thragtusk. No blocks. This card's colorless, it's not black. Oh yeah, the Democracy emote is great. Very pleased with that one. Wait, what? Do they have a color in their deck? Do they have Displacer in their deck? What white card are they playing? Okay, so they have Displacer in their deck, sure. No, opponent, please don't displace my Thragtusk. Please, no, don't do that. Anything but that. I feel really bad. We drew 2 spells this game. They're sweet. Yeah, man, that's cool. I wasn't using that. NBD. Whatevs. Here's my 3/3 that you're gonna displace her. I fetched, Burgle. I topped it, and then I fetched. And I talked about why we were topping it, but I was sad that we had to fetch it away. Man, Burgle, I'm gonna need you to lay off, okay? God, I'm just dead on board, aren't I? That's so sad. I guess I should have chump blocked. It's gonna be a turn behind. They had to fetch too much. God, that would have been so sweet. We were so close to. They got Oath and get Felidar Guardian. Man, if they hadn't ripped the Path to Exile 2, we'd have been able to copy our Thragtusk and just be super in that game. Obstinate Baloth is probably fine. Gaddock Teeg is clearly not. That's all I want to do. They probably have Chalice of the Void in their deck. Do I really care about that card? Not really. I'm just gonna click submit. I could jump the Displacer and then hope I draw Felidar. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It wasn't gonna happen because we looked at the top card of our deck, but I guess that's fair. No, I don't think I want Unified Will. I don't think they have All Is Dust. They had all. If I worry about All Is Dust, I'd leave Teeg in. I think Teeg's the answer to All Is Dust, but they're not playing Tron cards. I'd rather leave Acidic Slime in. This kills lands and it kills Chalice and it has Death Touch. Seems much better than playing a 2/2. That's why this card is sweet, because it just like randomly gets to block things. If there's Twitch chat loves Surgical Extraction, Stone Rain, and Blood Moon. Just like, if there's anything that gets their jollies off, no, that's not how you beat them. It's really not. I promise. Spending 4 mana to kill their card that tapped for 2 mana 3 times already is not where you want to be in life. It's not a good scene. Calm down, Twitch chat. We're pretty close to winning that game too, which is pretty surprising considering how few spells we drew that game, right? And like their spells lined up pretty well. It's not Twitch chat's fault. They just think land destruction is good against decks that have lands in it, and they think surgical extraction is good against decks that put cards in their discard pile. Which, I mean, to be fair, those cards interact with lands and cards in their discard pile. It's just they're not always great. Thalia's Lancers fetches Saheeli Rai, and Thalia's Lancers fetches Oath of Nissa. Slime makes me want Lark. Those cards do very different things. And just, I'm really impressed with how close we were to stealing a win there, based on how far behind we were that entire game from just like not having spells. Twitch chat is like a giddy pod zippler, but they all have so many lands. I'm gonna get them. You don't understand how bad I'm gonna get them. All right, this hand's pretty good. Hopefully we scry a land at the top of our deck here. I'm on the play. I'm going to top that because we're going to fetch it away. Fetch a Temple Garden here. Okay, the card's annoying. Not to the end of the world, but annoying. I'll probably bring in Reclamation Sage for the next game because of that card. Snake, a snake. Oh, it's a snake. I love the art on this card. It's so beautiful. Just like subtly, like just the sheen of the different colors off its scales. Yeah, I think you just want like 2 to 3 ways to kill it naturally. It's fine. Actually, honestly, we should bring in Engineered Explosives. Engineered Explosives is a good clean answer to Cage that like is good in other places. Yeah, man, you got this, member. It's cool. It's cool, dog. It's cool. Play this one. Play this one. Yes, always yield. MBD, no big deal. You want to dismember? Oh, you don't. That's so sad for you. It's so sad for you, opponent. Yes. Like to make white mana. Would like to Renegade Rallier my fetch land. Yes. Like to trigger Lotus Cobra. I would like to make a blue mana. I would like to crack my fetch. I'd like to get a forest. I would like to trigger Lotus Cobra. I would like to make a red mana. I'd like to play Saheeli Rai. I would like to Saheeli Rai target my Renegade Rallier. Do I want a Lotus Cobra or do I want to get my voice? I think I just want to thin my land to get a voice into play here. I'd like to make a white mana. I'd like to crack this fetch for a breeding pool. Green mana. This is a decent turn 3. Like NBD. Lands is Black Lotus's is Dece. Oh, Lotus Cobra couldn't re-enter. Good call. Good call. Good call. Yep, definitely right to get the land. Can't get Lotus Cobra because of cage. I was testing you, Twitch chat, and you passed. I'm proud. I'm proud of you, Twitch chat. You passed the test. Good turn 3. Just 7 power, Planeswalker, 5 lands. Your move, Yugi boy. That's all I got. God, just the smartest, thinnest Magic the Gathering player there ever was. Twitch chat is right. We should have Avalanche Riders in our deck. Stone Rain is great. Stone Rain is great. I'm all about this Stone Rain. It's my favorite. Are you casting a spell? The fuck, opponent? I have a Voice of Resurgence in play. Why would you cast a spell? Why would you cast a spell? I have a Voice of Resurgence. Holy dicks. Bottom. Yeah, you're down to 5. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. When they floated mana, I was like, oh god, they're gonna cast a spell. Yeah, I mean, let's go. Okay, well, we're gonna cut a couple Eldritch Evolutions. My opponent really hates that fucking card, apparently. I'm gonna bring in a couple Engineered Explosives. Bring in a couple Engineered Explosives. That seems decent. We can technically make 5 colors with this, right? Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I don't want to bring in Rex Sage because kind of a mediocre body. I'm just gonna bring in a couple of these and trim a couple Eldritch Evolutions. Stone Raiders, get in here, Avalanche Riders. Everybody get in the bus. Get in the bus. Opponent just like quietly regretting their life decisions. Just like, oh god, why did I play the Mind Sensor on his turn? Why? It's the reasoning on cutting cord for this deck. It's slow and clunky, and I want to just like beep beep, pop in my combo Jeep and run people over. How long has this league been going for? An hour? Lordy. Lordy, this league's like to last more than an hour? Gosh. It seems decent. Decent plus even. My opponent chose to play first, but they have Gemstone Mine in their deck. Don't they want to go second? Ancient Tomb is such a fucked up Magic card. Let me tell you what. Don't play another one. God bless. Oh my god. Seriously? This is in their deck? I just should have assumed this was in their deck, huh? Wow, we just got dicked. Fuck Modern, man. This format. Holy dicks. Don't Ghost Quarter me. Don't do it. Don't play a second Leonin Arbiter. God damn it. I just... Alright. Good shit. Good shit. Alright. Have a ban. You love Modern. I hate you. God bless. To everyone out there that isn't a giant dickhead, I'm Jeff Hoagland, hanging out playing some Modern Magic the Gathering this evening. This is why we play Modern on House Bunny, because, well, shit happens. If you're enjoying watching me get got, make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you really enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. That's the absolute best way you can support my content here. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you get 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a neat service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. Let's say you want to try something like this Saheeli combo deck, but you don't own all these cards. You want to try it before you buy it. You can rent it from SpareDeck for a weekend or up to an entire month. Yeah, I mean, like, Modern's a format full of, like, putting a deck of, like, mediocre cards together and then just, like, trying to get free wins out of it, right? Have a ban. Have a ban. I mean, their deck is full of, like, miserable, mediocre Magic cards, and, like, occasionally they play one like Leonin Arbiter and they steal a win. And, like, we happen to flood out and die in the first game, so, like, stealing a win in one game and your opponent flooding out and dying in another game means they won a match, and that's fine. That's why Modern's a fan-favorite format. It doesn't matter how big of a dumpster fire your deck is. At some point, if you stick enough free cards that generate free wins in it, you're gonna win matches of Magic. That's why it's amusing and interesting. It'd have to be a pretty large donation. I probably wouldn't play it for the standard donation amount. Those decks are pretty garbage. I just don't enjoy playing them on top of them being garbage. That's probably a little slow against humans. We'll see. Okay, Windswept Heath's a decent draw because it means I can play Coiling Oracle without shocking myself next turn. We can fetch Basic Forest now. Maybe I was supposed to lead on Breeding Pool there, so that way I could go this into this without shocking myself. That's true. The first time you play against Leonin Arbiter on Magic Online, your opponent gets a free match win. Yeah, this is a matchup where Gearhulk is good. If this opponent casts Leonin Arbiter on their turn 2 here, I would concede the match and go to bed. It's just good life EV. Just good life EV. Oh, please, Coiling Oracle. I need you to use your cheaty powers to stack a land to the top of my deck, so we can get to Thragtusk a turn sooner. Still, I guess Eldritch Evolution is okay. Did you ever consider playing 8-rack? Yeah, it's probably fine. It top 8s things on occasion. God, this Meddling Mage is going to be great. Oh, I should take this Evolution out of my hand instead. Or it's super dead, right? Or just like super dead. What are my lines to win this? I guess I could hit Renegade Rallier this turn to jump up to Thragtusk a turn sooner. But like my 5-drop is going to be smaller than their 1-drop, so like why am I bothering? I'm really good at drawing lands. Alright, Cataclysmic Gearhulk in, Slime out, Teeg out. think Staticaster's probably too slow. Baloth's probably like okay. EE is great. Probably means Baloth doesn't make the cut. Thalia's Lancer's probably too slow. Let's do this. Give this a try. This deck can generate combo kills on the second turn of the game with an absolute nut draw. So, I mean, it checks off the do something linear and degenerate box you want to check in Modern. Why? Can you elaborate yourself on why you think Eidolon is good in this matchup? Or my opponent has Aether Vial? Simian Spirit Guide. Staticaster makes the cut because of Phantasmal Image. That's interesting. Yeah, that's probably fine. I don't know what I want to cut, though. I don't really have a good cut. Yeah, I'm just going to run it. We'll wait and see if they have Image or not. If they have Image, maybe I'll bring this in. I'm just not going to assume they have Image, I don't think. I think it's pretty bad otherwise. I mean, Oracle is acceleration. Cutting potential acceleration against the deck that wants to kill us quickly seems bad. Seems loose. The curve on this deck is really pretty with the Coiling Oracles. Having 8 2-drops is decent. Yep. I mean, this is a hand of Magic the Gathering cards. Gonna top deck, I'm fetching it away. Yeah, but just because that's like saying I'm gonna play against decks that do well in Modern when I play a Modern tournament. That's just not how Magic the Gathering works. People like playing Hot Fire. I believe you that the good humans decks are playing Phantasmal Image. What I don't believe is that my opponent is guaranteed to be playing a good humans deck. I am aware that current top list people, not everyone always plays the best decks. If we're really good, we'll rip a fetch land. If we're mediocre, this Oath of Nissa will find a land. I'm gonna concede if this misses on a land. God bless us. God bless us. Just so no one thinks I'm bluffing on that. Just moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Do. Building a house with all the bricks that we stack up. When games like that happen, it makes me wonder, why doesn't this game have Fate Weave? This hand just doesn't do anything. So we'll mulligan. I mean, this is a hand of Magic legal cards. These are in fact Magic cards that I have registered in my deck. So here's the thing about a hand like this. This hand has 5 lands in it, and it needs to draw lands. So I guess we'll mulligan. I mean, this is technically the best hand we've looked at, just for reference. So I'm going to top that here, and this is kind of subtle, but we're on the play. So because I've topped that and I know I want to draw that card next turn, I'm not going to play this Oath of Nissa. I'm going to wait and play it on turn 2. I don't know. I think I'd be pretty surprised if we ever saw Magic do a redesign. We're gonna play this game out. We're on 5. Like this hand's good. Like anyone that thinks that other concession was too early, we were probably sub 5% to win that game, missing that second land drop there. So like, my time is more valuable than playing out a game that we're like single-digit percentages to win. I am so excited to die next turn. If you go to the end of my last Green Black Tron video, I talked about some changes I would make. I don't know, honestly, if you want to play Green Black Tron, you should probably just take Seth Banfield's list from the top 8 of the last Grand Prix. Probably what someone smart and thin would do. We could find Teaglesworth, that's true. I was expecting our opponent to play a creature out, but apparently they are not smart or thin, so they do not have one. We do get to put Mr. Teaglesworth into play next turn, though. Look at this fat Phyrexian pig-looking motherfucker. He's so... It just... Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, but you can have your game... I'm just gonna time you out. Your games can have variance by design and not have resource variance, or they can have less resource variance. You're probably someone that hasn't played Hex before, but Hex has a resource system that's very similar to Magic the Gathering, but they use the digital design space to remove a lot of the variance that Magic tends to have from its resource system through good game design in the digital design space. I just have green and white cards in my deck, right? I'm not used to this list. No, I have blue cards too, so I should get Breeding Pool here. Hallowed Fountain for an extra white source. That's interesting. Like, I want to Eldritch this into Teeg here, but at the same time, I don't want to just get remanded. I'm just going to try and set up my combo. They're not really doing anything. They're not gifting us till next turn. If they have remand, this is definitely getting remanded here. Do I want this land back? I probably want this land back, right? So that way I can do Voice into Evolution next turn. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do. I can get the land. This entering and leaving play triggers its own revolt. Can confirm. Are we dead? That's unfortunate. Oops, I died. Maybe I'm not supposed to play around remand there. I don't know. Playing into a remand feels like playing to lose, but maybe it's just the conservative line. At least I knew when my Splinter Twin opponent untapped with nothing, I was going to get another turn. That's what I like. When my Splinter Twin opponent untapped on turn 3 with nothing in play, I got to play another turn of Magic. When my Storm opponent untaps with nothing going into their 4th turn, I die. Oh, are we not dead? Please tell me I'm not dead. What are the odds I'm not dead? Did you miscount, opponent? Please tell me you miscounted like a monkey. Holy crap, they miscounted like an idiot. Why would you play a ritual? I don't understand, but I drew my Saheeli, and I'm gonna kill you because I'm good at magic. Splinter Twin, Splinter Twin, yeah. Splinter Twin, Splinter Twin, yeah. Never forget that Magic is a game of skill, and the better player almost certainly always wins. Sir Teaglesworth. What am I cutting? I don't actually know what I'm cutting in this version. Am I trimming Coiling Oracle? It feels wrong, but I think that's the trim. It's not Oath of Nissa, right? Thalia's Lancers is probably too slow and cute. Try not to let them go off. I don't think they go goblins too often against us. Let's see, that might be wrong. Might want the Staticaster just as a catch-all. Yeah, Voice is good in this matchup. They have Remand. This hand is okay. Sigarda means we can't die to Grape Shot, and it means they can't cast Gifts Ungiven. It's protection, Sigarda. This is a hand that's just like kind of okay, and we like play a Voice on 2 and they kill us on their 3. Well, I mean, you're not going to give me a land. Sweet, I'm going to get a turn 3. I'm so excited. Who's excited to get a 3rd turn, chat? I'm excited. It's the little things that make me happy. Just giddy as a schoolgirl. I get to play a 3rd turn of Magic. Oh my god. Oh my god, so excited. I'm so excited. So God bless us, everyone. And here's the real question, chat. I cast Renegade Rallier, or do I cast Saheeli? If I draw a 4th land, I might just cast Saheeli and try and twin them. God, I drew the 4th land. So, like, here's the problem with Voice and the Unified Will there. Voice doesn't represent a significant clock. Honestly, Unified Will might not be good in this matchup. Voice doesn't represent a good clock. And because it doesn't represent a good clock, holding up 2 mana indefinitely for this counterspell is not particularly appealing. Ritual Gifts untap kill me? I think we just try and twin them. Oh, it didn't do anything. Them starting with Opt is really good for us. That's good for us. I'm gonna cast Voice. I think they very clearly have some interaction here, and I'm just gonna cast Voice. Now I'm kind of getting set up. Up. It's possible I should have fetched Breeding Pool aggressively there. I just play what people pay me to play, Crimson. Their hand has to be just a bunch of interaction. Need to Unified Will their Dork here if they have one. All right, let's do this. Right, and then hopefully one counter spell is enough here to not die. I feel like they have a remand, and I'm better off holding up Unified Will here than I am jamming the Eidolon. Plus, we're just like kind of killing them in a fair game of Magic here. Resolves. I can play this with this up potentially next turn. Yeah, I agree, Dwight. Killing them with Unified Will up sounds great. Oh, well, that's good. All right, let's start with this. Grab a plains. The Healy down tick here, get a land back. We did it, Reddit! We did it! Yo! Yo! I don't know. The Felidar Guardians felt fine, I guess. I don't know that they're... I don't know that building the deck like this fixed any of the things that felt like they were problems before. I guess having more access to a combo takes a little bit of the clunk out, because like you can kind of shake off your clunk by just going like, oops, kill you. I vote that stored match doesn't count. I'd probably play this version again. We're 4 cats now. I don't know if I'm a 4 cat man, but I do know that Coiling Oracle felt great. Like every time we played it, the card seemed really good. So you wouldn't run 4 Avalanche Riders to 1 Felidar Guardian? No, I don't think so. I think 4 Avalanche Riders is probably out. What's the... What we had before instead of cats? We said like more clunky top end. Yeah, you should probably just twin people. This curve looks nicer. Like if I click from this one onto here, this is more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, that's why I put the Coiling Oracles in, because it gives Felidar Guardian another thing to like value blink on. You can find the details on how donation deck lists work there. This deck has how many 4-ofs in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 4-ofs in here. Man, this is like almost... That's almost as many 4-ofs as an adult would put in their deck. If an adult were building a Magic deck, it would probably have 8 4-ofs in it. The Thalia's Lancers was good on more than one occasion. Also, take a trip with me for a second. let's say you don't have any of your combo pieces. You can Eldritch Evolution your Renegade Rallier into a Thalia's Lancer, and then your Thalia's Lancers gets Saheeli Rai, and then your Saheeli Rai copies your Thalia's Lancers and gets Oath of Nissa, and then you Oath of Nissa into Felidar Guardian and combo them. Yeah, I think that's the thing. This deck has very minimal bullets in it. We've got like 4 bullets, I think, at this point. Lotus Cobra. We've got what? We've got a Witness, a Teeg, and then a Thragtusk and a Acidic Slime. I guess this counts as a bullet too. So we've got 5 bullets in this variation. That's not terrible. Don't put Kiki Jiki in your deck. Just don't do it. Just don't put. Speaking as someone who has drawn more uncastable Kiki Jikis than probably everyone else in this chat, just don't put a Kiki Jiki in your deck. Or this deck has really good mana. It is basically a green-white deck that gets to play this card for free because of Oath of Nissa. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, Prototype. It's probably okay. I don't know. If you want to be all in on cats, probably be all in on cats. I love the first FAQ on your site. Yeah, it's really good. Don't put, look. You know what we're going to start with tomorrow morning? This is what we're going to do tomorrow morning. For those of you that want to just feel like you're smart and thin and just like are working on a different level than your opponent, this is what we're going to start with in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to bed now, I think. Almost 11 o'clock here, and I'm an old man. I think we're going to start with this in the morning. This is just like good, clean, fair Horde of Calling Restoration Angel Magic the Gathering. There's Crumble to Dust because I hate the card Blood Moon in this deck. I hate the card Blood Moon so much. I wanted a card for Tron and Valakut. So yeah, this is what we're going to do in the morning. We're going to play Cobra Kiki. Any rate, I'm going to go ahead and head to bed. Thanks everyone for watching. Let's find someone to give a host. Remember, if you want to see more of this deck, if it's your first time watching, check out my YouTube channel. There's a ton of Cobra Saheeli stuff up there and tons of other modern stuff. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. As always, it's one of a donation deck list, so go to bit.ly/HugelSellout for more information on how donation decks work, and I will be back in the morning with some more Magic the Gathering.